November 23rd, and I am coming at you live on my way into work just to celebrate. We hit 500 subscribers, so thank you so much for all of that. I'm trying out a live for the first time in months because why not? I haven't done a live since a while back, so figured why not go live and see if anybody happens to be on at this time. Most likely, probably not, but we'll see. Anyways, I'll talk about a little bit what's going on in the business. So I got all the cards sent off to print last Thursday, so I'm just waiting for them to come in the mail. I also received, talked about this card last time, my direct mail solo card for a cybersecurity company. Got out and hit mailboxes last week. On Thursday, I got my own delivered to me, so that's nice. It's always fun seeing the fruits of your labor. Since I'm usually not on my own routes for the 9x12, I don't usually get to see that come in my mailbox, but it was cool to see my own little targeted solo card come in the mail. So I was able to let my advertiser know, hey, everything's been delivered. I did that full fulfillment through Jake and his team, and they got everything out pretty quick. And so I let Jake know, hey, I got the card in the mail. Do you have a report? And he sent me the full report by basically zip code by zip code, when the cards get delivered, all the details. So that's a really nice thing to be able to share with the advertiser to, like, prove versus, EDDM. Sometimes you don't really get much proof of delivery just because how it's processed. Everything's just in a bulk thing. There's no, barcode for the person to scan and everything else, so you don't really get the stats the same way. You can just say when you dropped it off and how many dropped off and have like the receipt paperwork from that drop off, but you don't get much more beyond that. So that's nice about the solo cards, the actual targeted mailing cards. So that's cool, seeing that all done. Now I'm just waiting to receive the big stack of 9x12s in. It should be hopefully the next couple days. I asked on Friday. He said he was really backed up, so he wasn't sure which day he was going to be able to get out and to me. But we'll see. I let him know on the Thursday live that him and I are in a race for these cards to get out and hit the post offices because he's fulfilling 5K down to Palmetto Bay, so I don't have to make that long, annoying drive. And then I'm doing the 5K that's going to be going to Pinecrest, which is much closer to my work, so I can easily drop that off on my lunch break. So I'm looking forward to getting those cards in my hands at my house so I can pack them all up, use my rapid slips, go through that whole process again. And for the 5K that was going down to Palmetto Bay, it was really easy using the route snip. I just went on the USPS website, hit in the zip code for Palmetto Bay, clicked copy all the routes, went over, there's like one button that just takes you right over into Route Snip Pro, pasted everything, and said, all right, give me the best 5,000 routes, and it gave me like 4,961, I think. And so I was like, all right, perfect. Selected that. I got the full list there that I just, copied and pasted into an email over to Jake. Said, all right, these are the routes for my targeted, for my EDDM mailing that you guys are processing. And it was all done within like 2 or 3 minutes. So no analyzing, copying into Excel and doing all the sorting and deciding all that kind of stuff. I could easily decide between just residential or residential and business. So the routes that I selected, they have like 31 businesses on it. So they're already really residential heavy in the first place. But it's an easy option right on the website to pick if you want either one, and you can see the totals reflect in real time, so you can decide exactly what you want. Then you just copy that and paste it and send it right off to Jake, or if you're fulfilling with Mitch or whatever, you can get all your routes really done really fast. We have as low as like 2,500 routes, doors. So if you're doing like one of these community cards, like everybody's talking about these days, thanks to Dalton up in Montana and how they're working their process out. They have a great model for the community cards, really low price point, much smaller cards. So if you just need to find a good, 2,500 door route, you just, pick the zip code, copy it, paste it in Route Sim Pro, and then damn, you're done. So try to make it nice and easy for everybody to get all these kind of things done without the headache, without the paralysis by analysis, and just have it in and done. So that's where we're at right now. I'm just in the waiting game of getting the cards myself so I can do my fulfillment and then see when the cards start getting scans for my giveaway that I have on the card. This time I have a grocery store giveaway for like $50 gift card. So last time I got about 60 scans or so, I think, over the course of a couple weeks of everybody scanning those when they came in. So definitely popular, definitely a good way to know when something is hitting the mailboxes, because I get scans almost immediately once they're in the mailboxes, because everybody wants some money for groceries. Everybody wanted some money for some Chick-fil-A on my last card. So that's how I'll know when his hit the mailboxes, and then I'll know when mine hit the mailboxes, because I'll be dropping them off at the post office myself, as well as just seeing the scans once they're actually out the door from the post office on the trucks getting delivered. I'll see those scans start popping up on LinkTrack. So that's how I use all my tools that I have going so far. Now that this is going to be out, I'm going to be working on some new things. One of the things I'm going to be group coaching, getting a couple people together to work on their first card. So if you've been kind of stuck in seeing this business model, seeing it's something you want to do and you just haven't had the time or the accountability to do it, I want to put together a group of like 5 or 10 people and just go together week by week and make it happen for you. I'm going to be talking to a couple of the seasoned veterans I know in the 9x12 community that I've worked with, and see if we can get some guest coaches on too, so it's not just me talking from my experience, but you get to hear from others as they are watching us go through our things. They can answer questions from their own perspective. So that's my plan for the next couple weeks going forward. Going to build that whole process out for everybody, and I will let you know as that comes together. But in the meantime, I'll be hopefully finishing up some of my other tools. I want to finish up my ads my little ads database, because everybody that's putting out these cars has great ad designs and everything that they can, share with the community. And I think that'll be a great help for everyone. It should be relatively simple to put up. You just get your Canva links for your ad designs, and then we'll paste them up and put them in like a nice little gallery view. And you can just join, and you can buy and trade from each other there. Another part of the group coaching that we're going to do, it's going to include like all of the tools that I put together for everyone. So you already have Rapid Subs, you already have Route Snip, and you already have LinkTrack built in to your process. That way you don't have to worry about that. And I've been talking to Dustin of 9x12 Tools. He has a great website creation system that's super simple to set up. I'm going to have him redesign my website for me, so I can be able to show everybody a before and after of working with him. He's been doing this for probably about over a year now, working a lot with Mitch and his community, doing web design for a lot of people in that Spotlight group and everything. And his stuff looks really nice. It's custom made, so it's not even through Go High Level or WordPress or anything else. He has them custom built himself, so it has a lot of great functionality that's unique to his model that he's built, and it's seamless. It's super easy, super fast to get set up, pretty cheap. I think it's like $67 a month that he charges for his websites, with hosting and everything included. So I actually realized I've been talking about a lot of my white label version of Go High Level that I thought was a one-time payment. That actually isn't a one-time payment, because I logged into it this past week and I saw that my account was like paused, and so I had to get on the phone with him and ask like what's that about. He's like, oh, actually no, when you signed up, the $97 was just for 6 months. Then it's another $97 quarterly. So that changes the cost value perspective on that tool. But it makes a lot more sense, because there's a lot of ongoing costs with Go High Level. So it makes sense they have to pass it on to their customers. But I thought I had found a diamond in the rough, being able to just have my one-time lifetime access to Go High Level, but that's not the case. So with that said, getting a website with Dustin's actually pretty good value. for everything he has built into it. He has all the communication built up to there. It's easy to link up your Stripe so you can, advertise, get your advertisers to pay you from there. So I'll be sharing more about that as time goes on. Once I get him to rebuild my site, and I'll have proof of what he does. But you can also check him out at 9x12tools.com and see what he's up to there. But other than that, I just wanted to hop on and thank everybody for joining me on this channel. I saw last night hit 500 subscribers, so that's very exciting. I'm sure my son will be excited to see that we hit our goal that I've been talking about for a little while. But most importantly, it's all about you guys that have been following the channel and hopefully getting a lot of value from what I've been talking about. Hopefully you are out there in the process of getting your own cards completed. If you're not yet done with, either your first or next card, just drop a comment and let me know where you're stuck at it. Though I know there's a ton of resources out there, it's easy to get bogged down in how much content there is to consume. I know I have, a hard drive full of courses and guides and podcasts that I haven't been able to listen to yet. So I try to steer myself towards action whenever possible. That's why I record these videos. It's a way to hold myself accountable in the process, to not just watch more content, but to actually be producing and giving something back. And so that's where I'm at in the process. And I'd love to see you guys put some cards out together and celebrate with you when you're on the live stream with Jake, if he's showing off your card, like we had Travis a couple weeks back share off his card, and I know he'd come through our community and learned a bunch with us. So it's always good to do things together. Entrepreneurship can be a bit lonely. If I wasn't on here making videos, I'd be just sitting in my car by myself watching things. So this gives me a community. I see we got 2 viewers online, so that's awesome to see somebody actually join me on my morning commute. So hello to y'all. Thank you for being here. Since I'm doing it on my phone, I can't really see comments or anything else that comes in, but it's good to be here, trying out a live thing. You're gonna see if this kind of schedule works for other people as it goes on. I'll test it out, see how many views a live video gets versus just posting like regular, see how the quality comes out, because I have no idea. It looks good on my phone, but I don't know how it's on the receiving end. So if you're watching this after the fact, or even now, just leave a comment, let me know how it's actually coming through. But I'm almost at work because it's a short drive today, because it's actually teacher planning day here in Miami. So I had a much shorter, easier drive with less traffic. So almost at work, but wanted to say thank y'all for that and let you know I will be posting about the rest of the process when I get the cards, going through route snip, getting my routes for my Pinecrest one selected, doing the facing slip with rapid lips, doing all that, so you see that it's nothing to be intimidated by. It's really simple, really fast, really easy. The hardest part about this business is getting sales, and with all the tools and information that's out there now, it's definitely possible for you to do it yourself. It just takes time and effort and putting yourself out there, making calls, connecting with people in your community, and you can have one of these cards going out yourself. Even if it's not a big 9x12, the size of this card is 6.5 by 9. So you can even do a shared card with something this small, going to a small list. What do I have here? This was a 6 by 11, so this is like the size of the ones that they're doing as like community cards now. So you kind of see how big that would be in real life and in front of a person. That I haven't done one of those cards yet myself. I probably will look into it. I'll probably first start just doing 5,000 piece 9x12s because I already have a bit of a market and a bit of a recurrence with a couple of my advertisers on that. But in order to expand into new areas, this might be a good size, and especially at the good price point. Definitely check out the recent video on Jake's channel, the interview with Rachel and Dalton up in Montana, because they're cranking these things out all over the place up there. I just saw they're expanding back to their hometown in Indianapolis. So there's definitely a way to get yourself out there, starting out with something smaller if the 9x12s are a bit more of a jump. But in the meantime, I'll be getting into work, but I wanted to just hop on. Thank you all for being on the channel, getting me up to these subscribers. If you're not in the community yet, join at eddmschool.com, and I'll be starting to share some more resources in there, share a little bit of a course. I'm probably going to build a couple different things for this group coaching that we're going to be doing, probably starting up in the next month or so. Because I've realized, just going through it myself, I'm going to be joining a group coaching call for building communities and stuff. And I realized that that's the best way to get people from just consuming to really taking action and having a guide on exactly what to do each step of the way. And that's what'll help me. So when I realized that that's what's going to really help me get some momentum in this side hustle of mine, I figured, why not offer that to everybody in this community to get that same kind of benefit. So with that said, thank you all for watching and joining, and I will see you in the next video. Till next time, take care, y'all. Bye.